Good evening, gentlemen. It's Steady Eddie here. It's Monday, the 23rd of October. It's the dark evenings. It's the clock is almost going back and all that kind of stuff. And if you're watching this on replay, hello, good afternoon, good morning, and thanks for joining us. So hello to everyone. Bit of a quiet, rather dull time right now. What is there happening in this world other than people? Other than conflict. Let's just use the word conflict going on. I'll say hello to a few people, but before I do that, I'm going to take a sip of my lovely Belgian hot chocolate. Perfect for an autumn evening. Belgian hot chocolate with the bits floating to the top. That is so nice. Oh, that is so nice, so nice. Okay, Donald Trump is here. Hello, mate. Nice to hear from you, Mr. President. Steve Bilbo is here. Matthew Cartwright, good evening. Joe Hart. London Cab Thailand is here. Good evening, guys. Yogi Bear here. Yogi Bear has said, good evening, Ed, and good evening to all in the chat. Did you see about the guy that won the lottery and is now playing pool for England after buying a pool table with a small part of his winnings? Well, that's good. That's good, isn't it? That's good. I mean, because the thing is, a lot of lottery winners. I mean, I don't know how much he won. I'd seen a little bit of that news report, but a lot of lottery winners, end up blowing it all, and they lead very, very sad lives, and they crash their Ferrari and do all kinds of dreadful things. At least that guy's got. But do you really need to win the lottery to buy a pool table? I mean, even a small part of it. I mean, how much did he win exactly? But good luck to the guy anyway. Simon Gutterson, I look forward to the stream, Eddie. Well, you're going to be disappointed then. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Chris Card. Nice to have it. Nicholas. Yeah, Nicholas, good morning from Wow. I'm just recovering from alpha-gal syndrome. Well, alpha, that's sort of male, isn't it? And gal, that's female. So you haven't been knocked up by a ladyboy, have you? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means, but good. Hello, Nicholas. Nice to hear from you. 24 luxury flats in the house. Is that a pun? Nice to hear from you. Brian Street, good evening. Andrew Hammond, good evening. Bintman One is here. Nice to hear from you, mate. He's been on the phone before, and it was a really, really good call. Paul Hoskin, hello to front and back door, Mong. Oh, you dirty. Nice to hear from you. Chaz Brown, Gemini Star. Wayne Ritchie is here. Oh, there you go. Oh, it's a nice little comment from Wayne Ritchie. Lovely. Wayne Ritchie, I had and everyone else. I just finished your book over the weekend, and it's great, and I love it. Oh, that is so kind. That is so kind of you. Now, my book, and it's on Amazon Kindle Direct. It's been there for a few weeks now. It hasn't had any advertising other than me banging on about it, this kind of stuff. So it's kind of a slow start, but it's got a little bit of interest somewhere. So there's been a couple of reviews and that sort of stuff. But that's the Kindle version. People have said, when's the paperback coming? It should already be here by now. No, over the last couple of days, I thought I've got to get this paperback version out. The paperback's more complicated because it involves both the front and a back cover. And you've got to get it right. And also the formatting. And I've been watching so many videos on how to do this, and I'm still being really, really hesitant. And I finally got the paperback version uploaded to Amazon yesterday. And this morning I got a note to say that they knocked it back because the cover wasn't bled. They use this word bleed. It doesn't have the correct bleed in order, for the size. So redo the cover, the front and back. So I've redone the cover and I've uploaded it again. And the good thing about Amazon, I'm glad that they sent me that message and knocked it back, because I'd rather that than it went out there and didn't look right. So as for the pages, the number of pages, they've got a different number of pages than what I've got. So I don't know what's going to happen there. So, we'll see what happens. Hopefully it'll be all done and dusted by the end of the week, the paperback. But anyway, thanks for that, Wayne. Anyway, nice to hear from you, mate. Citizen Mikey, good evening. Seamus Doherty, hi, Eddie. It's a very dull time. It is a bit of a dull time. I mean, it's just conflict and more conflict and, whatever. But honestly, let's not make light of that. Let us, our thoughts. I won't use the word pray, but I'll use the word spare our thoughts, because there's some people, innocent people, civilians who are suffering very, very badly amongst all this conflict. So my thoughts are with them. John Mitch, nice to hear from you. Eddie, you turned on the central heating, yeah? I did have a little blast last week. It did go a bit chilly, but a few days ago. But it's generally not so bad right now, and this warms me up. Nice. Okay, Paul Hoskin. What's the title of your next book? Well, the current book is 5 Go to Battaya. I've actually thought of a sequel. It actually involves a female as well. Maybe I should call it 5 Lads and a Wonga. Maybe I should call it that. Bilbao Kelso, get the log fire going. No, I don't know one of them here. Toby Price, hey, at 3 a.m. in Chonburi, time for bed. One more Leo. Okay, fair enough. Thailand is 6 hours ahead of us right now in the UK. By the weekend, it'll be 7 hours ahead of us. So it's a big difference, really. Brian Street, what's the main thing you're looking forward to when you jump overboard? Someone throw me a lifebelt, or whatever. Hope there's no sharks in the water. David Marchant, nice to hear from you. Citizen Mikey, if I win the lottery, I will pay for Barat to go home. Okay. Matthew Nepkin, good evening. Singapore Dan, put another log on the fire and come and sit by me. Oh, no, I don't want to sit by you. Nom Yai Expector, nice to hear from you. Yogi Bear, okay, here we go. Yogi Bear, him and his wife won 2.8 million, and he wanted something to do as he walked out of work the moment he heard he won. Well, that's good, because presumably pool was his hobby, and he's got all the time. He doesn't see an agency to work anymore, and that sounds great. I mean, some lottery winners. I mean, I heard of a guy who won the lottery, but then he carried on working. I think it was a plumber, simply because if you stop working, I mean, what do you do then? I mean, I admire people like that, but a lot of these people who win the lottery, I mean, a lot of them do go off the rails a bit, but that's good for him anyway. Matthew, what's the link to Eddie's book? It's on Amazon, and it's called 5 Go to Pattaya. It comes under the name of that awful name of Edward Sweeney. I hate that bloody name. Edward Sweeney, I hate that name. It's called 5 Go to Pattaya. You can get it on Amazon. Barry from EastEnders, evening chaps. We'll buy the paperback when it comes out, and we'll buy a few for Christmas presents. Okay, I think the first person to buy the paperback will be me, because I want to see that it's all intact, and if it isn't, then I'll knock it back. Nice to hear from you, Barry. Legan, hi Eddie, finally caught you live. I had to catch you in rerun last few times. Okay, nice to have you there. Telecom, nice to hear from you, Telecom. Nice to hear from you, mate. I hope all's well in Minnesota. It sounds like a nice place to be. Nicholas, alpha-gal syndrome, AGS, is a serious an unusual food allergy to red mammal and meat. It occurs when people are being bitten by certain types of ticks. Oh well. I hope you get better. That sounds dreadful. I've never heard of that before, but that sounds a serious and unusual. Oh well, get well soon, Nicholas. I hope all's well, mate. I hope you're keeping well. Get well soon. My best wishes. Bottle Baby is here. Kevin, hit the like button, lads. Okay, thanks for that, Kevin. Mickey P. Harold Batterson. Hell yeah. Okay, nice to hear from you, Harold Batterson. Yeah. Smashed. Nice to hear from you, Smashed. What's on the agenda tonight? The agenda is it's a bit dull, really. We're going to talk, a few questions and whatever. I mean, I personally, right now, it's just over 2 months before I head out to indefinitely to Southeast Asia. Up to now, I booked my flight. I booked my National Express coach to Heathrow. I booked the first month. Or the first 4 weeks in Pattaya, 2 separate hotels. One of them that's a reasonable price, close to the town, and the other one a little bit out of the town. That's about half the price, and that's about it basically. So really, I'm getting back into the travel thing. I mean, kind of lost enthusiasm for travel early on this year, but now it's well and truly back, and I can't wait. But what I do want to do, and I think we talk about this on a live stream, the travel channel, is sort out, the money issue, the banks and all that kind of stuff. I think John Mitch mentioned Wise and Revolut and a few other things. I actually looked on the internet about Wise and about Revolut. And I'm hoping to maybe get those underway. I don't really trust starting a bank account on the internet. I'd rather deal with a person personally, but we'll see about that anyway. Nice to hear from you, Smashed. Yogi Bear. Ed, it was sad news on Saturday to hear Sir Bobby Charlton dead at 86. Okay, yeah. I mean, he was a bit before my time, and I'm not the biggest football fan, but he was very, very prolific and very, very highly regarded footballer, sportsman. He lived until he was 86, which is a good age. I mean, 86 is a good age to live. I mean, maybe this might sound a little bit harsh, but do we make a bit too much about people? I know he was a very, very important person, but when you see on the news this chappie is died, you think this is going to go on and on and on the news now. And okay, he's died, but he did live a long life. So yeah, celebrate Sir Bobby Charlton anyway. I mean, he's probably a very, very good guy. Seaside Freddy, nice to hear from you. Chaz Brown, 5 go to Liverpool. No, 5 come from Liverpool. Harold Batterson, the slippers season. You mongers, don't blame me for jetting off to Southeast Asia. It's bloody rubbish here. Well, especially in the month of January. In fact, yeah, it is a bit crap. Yeah, you're right. It's rubbish. Paul Hoskin, I won the lottery lottery ones. Is that how you spell it? I won the lottery ones. £10. You jammy bastard. That's more than I've ever won. Repair shop. Edward Sweeney is a good name. I don't like it. That's my real name, so I just use it. Harold Batterson, 5 fellas and a Thai lady boy. Okay. Oh, here we go. Gaz77. Hi, Eddie. I'm loving Mexico life. I was sent to collect $15,000 from a guy who didn't pay for his white powder. I turned up and sorted him out, and then the Mexican guys I working with gave me $5,000. Oh my God Almighty! Oh no, well that's good. Well, you collected the 15 grand for them, and you got $5,000 out. That's good. That sounds like good. Well done. Well done, guys. Anyway, well done. Nice to hear that you're doing so nicely. Makes a change from Robin from Asda. But what is it? Bint Man, is the book based on your... I'm sorry, I'm going to have to take this off a minute because it's... I'm going to have to take this. It was a little bit sweaty in there. Oh, yo! Oh, there we go. Bint Man, is the book based on your true experiences in Pattaya? My true experience in Pattaya? No, it isn't. No, it isn't. But what it's based on, I mean, it's based on what I, I know what Pattaya is like, and what that place is like, and what goes on there. Go bars and massage parlors and all that, soy sex and all that kind of stuff. I'm telling it from the perspective of 5 newbies who are all about 30 years of age. You've never been there before. But what it is based on is the characters. I mean, these are people that I've actually known personally, and I have based their characters. And I know that if these people were to go out to Pattaya, that is how they behave. Some of them behave well, and some of them behave disgracefully. So it's really, that is basically how those particular people would behave. Toby Price, do you remember the dafty bin man who won the lottery in the UK, now back being a bin man? Well, it's better to have lived a dream, and then gone back to square one than never to have lived it before. So he probably had a lot of fun in between collecting bins. He probably had a lot of fun in his life. Gaz77, they got me going shopping tomorrow with a big shopping list that will cost $0. Oh my God, my God. You know how to cut corners, don't you, mate? McLaren F1, nice to hear from you, mate. Seaside Freddy, 1,000 Chinese descending on Pattaya in November for a convention. 1,000 Chinese, is that all? You fit that many of them into one bloody restaurant, don't you? Paul Hoskins, so Ed, you won't be taking a tent on holiday then? No, whatever. I actually, I went to the doctors the other week. I said, doctor, I have a split personality. I can't decide whether I'm a teepee or a wigwam. And the doctor said, you know your problem, don't you? You're 2 tents. Okay, couldn't resist that. Dave Uden, Wise takes about 9 seconds. Yeah, I want to talk about all of this on the travel channel when I know a bit more about it, because there's obviously very, very much a travel subject. Let's see. But that sounds good. Bilbao Kelso, Ed, what if you can't read? Well, you will buy the book anyway and give it to someone else, and they can read it out to you. See, I think of everything, mate. Kevin, transfer-wise, Wise is definitely the way to go. Okay, I was looking at it today. I glanced at it on the internet, but it said, like, do you want to start here? You want to start it? No, I got it I don't trust the internet in that way, especially when it comes to bank accounts and whatever. Maybe I'm old fashioned, but I still like to deal with a person. Maybe I've got to, we'll see what happens anyway. But I've got to be in the right frame of mind. I mean, I can't just on the spur of the moment while I'm having a morning coffee, I can't just say, okay, I think I'll start a new bank account now. I'm not that type of person. I need to think very, very carefully about what I'm doing. And so it does get good reviews from people anyway. So we'll see about that. S Travels 4K. Good evening, Mr. Eddie. Blooming cold and miserable in the UK. Losing my libido being here. Got something warm and tropical booked for next month, though. Oh, that sounds good. That sounds great. S Travels 4K does the most wonderful walking videos with the most, irresistible thumbnails. So check out his channel. He's got a great channel, and he goes to all kinds of lovely locations like, Spain and Greece and all kinds of places. Good for them. Nice to hear from you, mate. Ian UK, nice to hear from you. Nice of it. Yeah, I don't give out personal details about my finances. You know what? I don't do that over the internet. I've got my reasons for that. Nice to have you in. Seaside Freddy, will you be opening a Thai bank account? Doesn't look like it. For one thing, I'm not actually staying in Thailand on a full-time basis. I will be staying in Cambodia a lot. That's the plan. But that's another controversial issue because I'm seeing videos now saying it's becoming a bit tricky for a foreigner to open a Thai bank account. So that's something else we need to talk about in the in Travel Channel. David, on peeing down in Turkey. Is it? Well, the English Riviera. Well, this serves them right for calling it the English Riviera, for bloody thinking that it's something that it's not. Mark Harmon. Mark Holman, thank you for that super chat, Mark. Thank you for that super chat. Never coming back to UK. Will you miss anything? Yes, I will miss the co-op diet ginger ale. I'll miss that. I mean, I tell you, that's becoming like a bloody addiction. I went to a local co-op today with the main intention of getting some, plenty of diet ginger ale. They had one bottle of it, one plastic bottle of it. So I got that and I said, have you got any more? He said, no, we're getting it delivered late on today. I thought, that's no bloody good. So this evening, I went out. I went to another co-op, and I managed to get 5 bottles of it. I'm becoming like a bloody addict, aren't I? I'm climbing walls if I haven't got any co-op diet ginger ale. Let me just say that the diet ginger ale is lovely to drink, nice and chilled late at night. Other version, like Asda's version and Morrison's version, is not as good. It's not as good. So yeah, I'll miss the co-op diet ginger ale. Thanks anyway, mate. Seamus Doherty, I won €1,000 in a lotto before. Oh, that's good. That's good. That's good. I don't gamble. Chris Carr, me and 4 mates went to Liverpool once. That's 5 like. Okay. S Travels 4K. Don't know what Billy Blue sees being in Cornwall. Something wrong with that. Well, I've seen Charlie, as he used to be known. I was actually looking at one of his streams earlier today, and yesterday evening, and he said the part of Cornwall. I'm not sure what part of Cornwall he's in, but it looks lovely, and he seems to really, really like it. The problem, Cornwall is a beautiful place. It is a lovely place, but expensive, for hotels and all that kind of stuff. Cornwall's absolutely beautiful. Devon's beautiful as well. The problem is we just haven't got the weather here. We haven't got it. I mean, we get rain, we get wind. You can't trust the summers here. Some people might say, yeah, but it's nice in the summer. This summer was a washout. We had the rubbish summer this year. We just can't. We just haven't got the weather there. You get what you're given in this country. If we get a couple of weeks in the summer of hot weather, we call it a heat wave. But then 5 minutes later, it's raining again. So he seems to be enjoying it. Good for him. Barat, pleased to meet you, Mr. Eddie. My sister watches you on TV every week. She says you look very nice. Oh, God bless her anyway. God bless. Big kiss for your sister. That's for your sister, not for you. Thank you. Smashed. Interesting topic, getting your money from a UK bank to a Thai bank with as little fees to incur as possible. Interesting. Well, I have watched a few of these. I watched one of them today about these people, some expats in Thailand who were saying it's becoming more and more difficult to open a Thai bank account as a foreigner. So we'll probably talk about that on the Travel Channel. Chris Card, having money and losing it worse than never having had it before. Yeah, well, I hope maybe he lived the dream. Yeah. Well, what is the saying from that film? king of comedy, Robert De Niro, who hijacks the stage. He says, what is his line now? He says, better to be king for a night than schmuck for a lifetime. I think he says something like that, doesn't he? Mark Oman. I always stay in John TM, Grand John TM Palace, 600 plus for a month. Plus for a month if you get the right deal. Nice big room with 3 pools to swim up by. Oh, that sounds lovely. And thanks for that super chat, Mark. Thanks for that super chat. Very, very kind of you. John TM, Grand John TM Palace, 600 quid. That's about 20 quid a night, isn't it? Well, that's good anyway. That's good. Good for you anyway, mate. That's good for you. I don't think I'll be staying there. I mean, I have got something booked in Pattaya, but thanks for that anyway. Simon Goodson, Eddie, why don't you show a picture of somewhere in Southeast Asia instead of Greece? I do show pictures of Southeast Asia. I do show shit. So, and by the way, this is not actually a travel channel, not essentially anyway. But on the other channel, when I do a live stream, I've got Wah Hin in the background. So if you watch the other channel, you will see a picture of Southeast Asia. Barat, at the Gemini, my wife is very picky. She picks ticks of my manner and says that, oh, God, how vulgar. Gaz is going on about sexy women. Yeah, you know, Gaz is a debt collector for a loan shark or for a dealer in Mexico. He's living a life and he's got big boobies and oh my God, wonderful. Brian Street, you can always go on YouTube to look up anything. YouTube's wonderful. I've been watching all kinds of videos. I mean, especially, and it's done me bloody head. I don't want to bang on about it again, but about that book, you know, trying to format that book. I watched some videos over and over again, and I still cocked it up and I uploaded my book, my paperback version to Amazon. Wanderer, World's Remit, $1.99 transfer fee. World Remit, no hassle, fair conversion rate, best of all. World's Remit, is that the name of the bank? World Remit, $1.99 transfer fees, no hassles, fair conversion rate, best I've found. Okay, I will investigate all it, but I've never actually thought of you know, dealing with Wise or Revolut or any of those kind of things. Like I said, I don't really feel comfortable open a bank account on a you know, over the internet. I like to do it with a person sitting at a desk somewhere in an office. But yeah, I will be investigating all of that. Yeah, Welsh boy Webby, nice to hear from you, Welsh boy Webby. Is a fellow YouTuber. I use Wise. It's awesome. It's so cheap and it's so easy and cheap. The money goes to my Thai account in seconds. So you've got a Thai bank account. Well, that's good, isn't it? That's good. That's very, very good. So maybe you'd like to tell us about, you know, what this controversy is with Thai bankers. I've seen a couple of videos, people saying, you know, it's getting more and more awkward to do it. But nice to hear from you, Welsh boy. Yeah, smashed. Ed, was the book your first attempt at a novel, or have you written in the past as a hobby? Looking forward to reading. Yeah, I have wrote. I have made attempts deep in the past at writing before. I used to enjoy doing that. Not very successfully, I might say, because I chose subjects which I really didn't really know a great deal about. But the thing is, the old saying is that you write about what you know. I mean, the book is about Scousers and about Pattaya, and I know about both of those things. So I'm writing about what I know. Yeah, Barat, I use Wise in my village. It's very wise to pay less, and less more is less. Okay, fair enough, fair comment. Gas77, I've got no intention of returning to the shithole, also known as Britain. The Mexican guys guys I'm with said they will sort my Mexican visa out. They said they got guys at the top of the Mexican embassy. Oh, I could write you. You want to write a book, Gaz? You sound like you're living a really real. You could be the Henry Hill of Mexico. Yeah, that sounds good, doesn't it? Gaz 77 is the new Henry Hill of Mexico. Think about it. That sounds bloody good. Kevin, nice super chat there, Kevin. Thank you for that €5.99. That's very, very kind of you there, Kevin. Thank you for that. Very, very nice of you. Cheers. Let me see. Yeah, Paul Hoskin, is Lisa watching? Yeah, she's watching that big Gambian sausage go into her private parts. That's what she's watching. Smashed. You get 5 sunny days in a row in the UK, and it's time for a hose pipe ban. Yeah, sounds about bloody right, mate. Sounds about right. Paul Hoskin, I have ginger nuts sometimes. I like to dunk them in my tea. I like ginger nuts. Love ginger nuts. Richie Rich. XE, the cheapest fees to transfer money from UK to Thailand. Sometimes fee £0, max £2. Only issue is cleared in 20 minutes, but sometimes can take 5 days. It was the first transfer. Yeah, but these ones that are being mentioned, these bank accounts, I mean, you know, are they really, really solidly reliable? That's the question. Is it reliable and safe to start a bank account on the internet? Because I'm not used to doing it that way. Ned Bundy, when's your book out in paperbacks here? Hopefully within the next week. I've actually uploaded it. I uploaded it last night, but he told me to take it, you know, to redo the cover, because there's this thing called bleed where the edges go over and you need to sort that out. So I've uploaded it again. So they said they're going to get back to me in 72 hours unless they find something else that I need to alter. So hopefully within the next week. Dave Dasher, nice to hear from you, Dave. Citizen Mikey, having money and losing it. That's why I've cashed out there. Okay. Toby Price, Thai bank account is easy to open. Just walk in with a wedge. Okay, fair comment. Seaside Freddy, better to rule in hell than be a slave in paradise. John, oh, that's a good line. That is good. I've never heard that one before. That is bloody good. Better to rule in hell than be a slave in paradise. Sounds bloody good, that sounds bloody good. Oh, didn't Dave Allen say, he used to take the mickey out of religion on his show, and people said, you take the mickey out of God and religion, why don't you take the mickey out of the devil? He said, well, I've already upset one of them. I don't want to upset the other one as well, amongst other things. Paul Oscar, did you hear that? All the billionaires only pay 0.5 tax. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me, the greedy bastards. Yeah, Gemini Star, Wise allows you to take out 250 quid a month free of charge. Okay, well, 250 quid a month isn't going to get you very far. It's, a week maybe might be better. Let me see now. Glenn Wyndham. Hey, Eddie, I'm having a sex change from a man to a woman. Do you want to pop my cherry? No, definitely not. No, not for me, mate. Oh God almighty, you sound bloody awful. Change your name, Eddie. It changes to Glynis Wyndham. Hard shield. Eddie, Tulip. What are you saying there? You're talking about Cheap Charlie. I thought about that because he's not a million miles away from me, but I've got no enthusiasm for Britain. I probably wouldn't be in a very good mood if I'd like to meet Charlie in some sunny climate like, Thailand or whatever. But he's doing well. He's doing well. He's a great live streamer. I've got a lot of admiration for him. I'm going to leave down the screen a minute. It's because it's time to fill up with co-op ginger beer. Yo! Okay, where are we now? Wells Boy Webby, the Thai bank account was really easy, mate, and the retirement visa was. I just walked into an agent shop, paid 28,500 for both at the bank account the next day. But what was it? What 28,500 for both at the bank? Oh, I see. So in Pattaya, are you talking about in Thailand? You paid 28,500 Thai baht. Is that what it is? And at the bank account the next day for both, or whatever. Oh well, okay, sounds good. Good for you, anyway. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, 102.99. Yogi fees usually means port exchange rate. They have to make money somehow. Okay. Gaz77 is living the dream. I'm making good money working for these Mexican guys, and I get to live the high life with sexy women too. It's great. Wish I did this year. Oh, good for you. I do like a nice happy ending. Richie Rich. Richie Rich. XE, not a bank account. It's where transfer money, but like Western Union. Okay, fair enough. Dutch Farang, actually, you don't need to store all your money on Wise. You can put like £100 on it and refill when needed. That sounds better. I haven't used it yet, so I'm not quite, used to it. But thanks for the info. Anyway, this is a good conversation. Seaside Freddy, heard some expats say that you should leave the bulk of your funds intact in your home country. That sounds like good advice to me. Sounds good to me. Simon Goodison. In January 1992, God, it must have been bloody cold then. In January 1992, I trekked to Everest Base Camp, but I've been told it has now been spoiled by such things as signs pointing all the way. Oh, well, that sounds great, mate. That sounds like, you know, a very, very great memory. Yeah, here's an intelligent comment. Arg, FFS, another drink. Well, what, you need another drink, do you? I'll recommend this one. It's the Co-op Diet Ginger Ale, and it's lovely. Okay. Let me see. Get that off the screen. Okay. Let me see. Bilbao Council. Ed, will you be doing the book in Braille? No plans for that just yet. The plan is to get the bastard thing out. Wanderer, Yogi, I found wise set it can be slow transferring, plus ask for proof of identity a lot. World remit only takes minutes. World remit always only takes minutes, never lets me down. Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. Toby Price, Thai bank account cost me nothing. Visa, 3,800 baht a year, multiple entry. Okay. Richard Stockdale, I feel just like you about this country. I'm 51 and when I retire, I want a condo overlooking the sea in Jomtien. Sea and sun every day. That sounds good. Jomtien's a good place to base yourself. Gaz is so excited on his new life. He wants to tell us about it. I've had threesomes with two big boobies when we're whatever. Yeah. I don't want to say too much about that on YouTube. That sounds like a good night. Sounds like a good night. Seaside Freddy saw a YouTube video on how to do the retirement visa yourself for free, except for the normal fees. That said, the Thai agent can smooth the path and be a rep for it. Thai immigration can be a nightmare. Well, when I went to Jomtien, didn't I, to renew my, just to renew my, visa for another month, the immigration visa, and it was a horrible, horrendous. But then that was more or less during the pandemic as well, when things were not very, very good, and it wasn't a pleasant experience. Yeah, you're right. If you got a good agent, they can do a lot for you. Dutch Farang, 24-hour Thai immigration offers, 24-hour Thai jail, or 24 in one short-term room with a ladyboy. Choose wisely. Oh, whatever. Dave the Dasher, Wise will give you a debit card as well. That's good. Okay. Get an O visa before you leave, valid for 3 months, 60 quid if I remember right. Then extend for a further 12 months. That's 11,500 baht plus a bank account, another 7,000 baht. Job done. Renew every year. Renew each year. There's all kinds of things going on with Thai visas. Before, I mean, everyone's got a different opinion. Some say it's easier than other people. So, I'll believe it all when I experience it all. To be honest with you. Ugh. Yeah, Paul Loskin. When you were a young lad, what did you want to be when you grew up? I don't know what about. I think, funny enough, I like writing stories and stuff like that. I wanted to be some creative. I wish that I'd learned a little bit more about acting. I wish I'd have gone into something like that. But I don't know. It's too late now. Anyway, the grim reality of life is taking its toll. Gaz 77, he's had such a good time. He wants to tell us all about it. It was a great night. He's been knocking off a couple of Mexican women with big boobies and hairy womanly bits, and he went bareback. And oh, good for you, mate. Well, yeah, put all this into, make a movie of this, write a book about it, make a movie as well. Sounds good. I'll watch it. Let's see. Paul Hoskin, when I share more vulgarity here, get a bit vulgar here. Toby Price, been here 15 years, never needed an agency. It's all on Google. Okay, that's good. Okay, so anyway, we caught up with the chat. There's 133 people in the chat. I've had a cup of hot chocolate and now drinking a co-op diet ginger ale. I'm hoping that my paperback book is going to be out by the end of the week, but we'll see what Amazon comes back with anyway. So anyway, just a quick question, okay? A quick question. Oh, by the way, if anyone wants to phone in, you can try that number. Whether it's I couldn't get a decent signal the other night. Couldn't get a decent signal, but the weather was very, very bad, wasn't it? So you never know. If anyone wants to phone in tell us a little bit about whatever you need, but providing it's nothing to do with conflicts and all that kind of stuff. That's a number there on the screen. It's not a scam. It's not a scam number. There's plenty of people who have phoned, including the really nice chappie who phoned from America, and phone that number. That's an ordinary pay-as-you-go phone, and it costs whatever your normal phone charges cost. So anyway, let's see now. Okay, so yeah, Spider says, advised to get the O visa for retirement pays before leaving the UK by an agent in Soy PO. Spot on, everything worked out. Okay. Smashed. Ed, you should try hypnotherapy for your co-op sugar-free ginger ale cravings while in Thailand. You can specify that every time you hear, hello, sexy man, your taste buds, remember ginger ale. That's bloody good. So every time, like, a bird says, hello, sexy man, I think of co-op diet ginger ale. I've heard everything now. Richard Soxdale, acting, you could have been in Brad Brookside and Royal Family and not much else with that accent, Eduardo. Okay, fair enough. I'm sure there's been a lot of, popular, have there been that many popular Liverpool actors? I think Albert Finney was from Liverpool, wasn't he, originally? And I'm sure there's been others. Rusty Lid, nice to hear from you. Gaz77, I'll catch you later, mate. The guys want me to do a job for Gaz is living. So he's going on a job now. He's in Mexico. He's going to batter someone, retrieve the money, the money that this person owes, and then he's going to shag a couple of birds with big titties. Wow, that guy's living the life. Dave the Dasher, Ed, you can make your own ginger beer in Thailand. It's really easy to make. You say that, but I mean, Asda and Morrison's, their diet ginger ale is nowhere near as good as the co-op. So it's not as easy to make. I mean, I can't really see how I can, compete with the co-op. The co-op do some good stuff. They do some nice lasagnas. They do some nice sausage rolls, the ones that you bung in the oven, and they do nice ginger ale. They're not all bad. Okay, so anyway, what are we going to say? Yeah, with regards to okay, so anyway, I hope this doesn't cause offense to anyone because I'm very, very respectful of people who die. I mean, we're all going to die one day, but Bobby Charlton died at 86 years of age. Okay, now the guy was had a wonderful life. He had a wonderful life, an amazing career, and he's highly respected. He had a knighthood, Sir Bobby Charlton. The fact is that 86 years of age, you're not going to live forever. I think 86 years is a fairly good age to live. And basically, when somebody dies, it's well worth a mention on the news, and we should, pay our condolences to it. But the thing is, when it goes on and on and on and takes up most of the stuff that's happening in the news, so the question is, do we make too much of it when celebrities die? I mean, when a celebrity dies, we should, if you're really, especially if you're interested in that celebrity and what he's done, then, you should celebrate, his life. But when you hear people saying, "Oh, it's heartbreaking, I'm sad," it's so sad, that the guy lived to 86 years of age. I mean, it'd be far sadder if someone died at bloody 36 years of age. I mean, James Hunt, the Formula One driver, in terms of sport and achievement, he may not be as legendary as Bobby Charlton, but he was only 45 when he dropped dead. Let's see. Okay. Hard tulip. Ed, maybe they sell ginger ale in Tesco Lotus or Western food stores. Yeah, but do they do the low-calorie version? Bryan Street legend. Yeah, Bobby Moore, legends. No, Bobby Charlton, I should say. Not Bobby Moore, Bobby Charlton. Touch Farang. Eddie, you look like Kurtwood Smith. Well, he's a jammy bastard then, isn't he? I've never heard of him. Okay. So anyway, the question is, do we make too much of it when celebrities die? I mean, what do you think when somebody's died, famous celebrity or sportsman or whatever, and you think, do you not think to yourself, the news is going to be bloody saturated with this now? I hope it doesn't sound like I'm disrespectful towards the man. I mean, I'm sure he was absolutely, amazing. He was a legend and all the rest of it. But when there's so many things happening in the world, and it's taken it's taken up half the news. If there's a half-hour news program, this is taking up 15 minutes of it. Let's see. Touch Farang, R.I.P. Harambe. Oh no, that gorilla. Oh, no. To be fair though, that gorilla was, he was a danger to that child. So he was a danger to that child. So I don't want to get into that. Yeah, Colin Main singing a nice cold beer in Cali, Colombia. I've been to Cali. I've been there. Dave Dazasha. I know James Hunt's brother, Mike Hunt. Okay, fair enough. So do we make too much of it on celebrities? I must admit, even when Clint dies, I'll probably do a special program on it. So I don't want to appear to be a hypocrite. But when Clint dies, I mean, to me, but then Clint's 93 and he's still going, and Clint will probably lived a lot of us. He'll probably outlived a lot of us. So Toby Price, my grandfather died at 87. He was a legend. Was on the Ark Royal during the war. Okay, fair enough. Good for him. Gemini Star. The death of Princess Diana was a big thing for a month. I mean, there was a story there. I mean, she wasn't talented. I mean, Bobby Moore. I mean, he was a far more talented. Bobby Charlton. I said Bobby Charlton was a far more important person than Princess Diana, because I mean he had a gift, didn't he? And he was legendary. Whereas Princess Diana was, somebody who married the wrong bloke because she wanted to be a princess and the queen and all that kind of stuff. That was a big thing. But there was a story there, wasn't it? The princess, the princess, ended up going off with someone she shouldn't have gone with and dying in the car crash and all that kind of stuff. Nom Yai, Inspector, when Wacko Jacko died, it was on what seemed like forever. Yeah, it did go forever. But the difference between it's been mentioned, Bobby Charlton, Michael Jackson, and Princess Diana. I mean, out of those three, Diana was the only one who wasn't talented. I mean, Bobby Charlton was very, very great footballer, legend, even though he was a bit before my time. He was a great footballer, I'm sure he was. Wacko Jacko, okay, become weird, but that guy was talented. He was a legend. Michael Jackson. I mean, one of the first albums I bought was Michael Jackson's Ben. I had the LP when I was a kid, and Michael Jackson was amazing. Okay, he wasn't the most savoury of characters, but he in terms of his talent, I mean, his talent was phenomenal. Seaside Freddy, in the US, actors and sports figures make the nine figures. Nine figures, okay. So that's a lot. That's a hell of a lot. That's a hell of a lot. London Cab Thailand. When somebody dies young, it hits home. I agree. I mean, I can't really. It does make me cringe a little bit when people say, however legendary this person and what a wonderful person. When it's people say, it's so sad that he's died at 86 years of age. I mean, how long do you expect to live, for Christ's sake? 86 isn't bad, but when somebody dies young, it doesn't. It's all more. I was gutted at the death of Amy Winehouse because she was so talented, even though her death was predicted. Rusty Led, life is short, so go long while you're here. Absolutely. You've got to live your life. I always think once you get over 60, we're all on borrowed time. I mean, I know lots of people who've dropped dead, around about my age or younger than me. So, the thing is, that's why I really, really, I want to die when I'm in the sun and having a good time somewhere. Paul Hoskin, you only live once, so you don't believe in reincarnation. I don't believe in reincarnation. You're quite right, Paul. Richard Stockdale. Some people are still harping on about Bobby Moore's death from years ago. Yeah, whatever. You got to die sometime, haven't you? Yogi Bear. Sir Bobby Charlton. Air crash 1958. 2 months later, called up for country. Played the next 3 World Cups, winning it in 1966. Was the highest scorer for country for country for 45 years. He made people proud. I'm sure he was wonderful. I mean, I'm not a big football fan. I'm not really a football fan at all. But I appreciate that people to people, he was a legend and absolutely wonderful. He was absolutely wonderful. So we should mention, we should certainly acknowledge his death. Absolutely. Stephen Tutty, I remember when Frank Sinatra passed, he really was the voice. Oh, he absolutely wonderful. Nom Yai, Inspector. I was a bit young. What was it like when John Lennon died? It was devastating because I was living in Liverpool at the time, and he didn't deserve it in any way. I mean, he didn't deserve to die young because he wasn't doing harm to other people. I mean, his death was the most tragic, really. I mean, it was dreadful. At 40 years of age, some evil bastard, shot him dead, and it was. He didn't deserve to die. So to me, his death was far, far sadder because, he still had a whole life, ahead of him. 40, that's a very, very young age. That to me, his death was really, really sad. Really, really sad. Yeah, Gemini Star, Muhammad Al Fayed, the owner of Harrods, died recently. Yeah. Yes, yeah, I know. Wanderer 299, he had dementia like some of the members of the World Cup winning team. Well, some people say that could be linked to heading the ball. It can't be healthy for you, that can it? Well, Margaret Thatcher, didn't she have deep dementia or Alzheimer's? Margaret Thatcher, and she was a similar age. It happens. Yogi Bear, anyone that has a gift and wastes it, it's always sad. But he didn't waste it though. I mean, he had a full life. He had a full life. Wonderful. Paul Hoskin, as long as it stays hard, enjoy yourself. Oh, God. Oh, you trying to heal the sick or raise the dead? Guilty traveler, just live life hard and die with a smile on your face. Are you talking about a Thai massage parlor? Is that what you're talking about? Sounds like it. Smashed. Think it's right that if they were in the public eye, they get acknowledged at least, though it doesn't make them more or less important than anyone else who has lost their life. Well, it does, but I mean, it's of course somebody like Bobby Moore. Why do I keep calling him Bobby Moore? Bobby Charlton. Something like Bobby Charlton. Of course, I mean, he was a legendary footballer. We should acknowledge his death. All I'm saying is that for people who are not interested, I mean, is it always necessary to saturate the news in this way? At the end of the day, at 86 years of age, you got to go sometime, haven't you? Seaside Freddy, we can't say that about Frank Sinatra. He may sue us. Oh no, he's dead, isn't he? Okay, so we can't. Yeah, but whatever. Non-BI inspector. I was too young for what? To remember John Lennon. Toby Price, better to burn out than fade away. Well, that's a Neil Young type. Didn't what's his name? Kurt Cobain, didn't he put a note, quoting that line, when he died, Guilty traveller. It's hard when we grew up with them and they pass, especially when they're close to our age. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I mean, I will be very, very sad when Clint Eastwood snuffs it. He's 93 years of age now because Clint was a total legend, and when Clint, when Clint eventually dies, but somehow I get a sneaky feeling that Clint Eastwood will outlive the rest of us. I think he's still going to be around when we're all dead. Poppycorn. Sadly, some great stars in their 90s. Clint Eastwood, Gene Hackman, Sophie Loren. Hope they get the rifle tributes when they pass away. Oh, I'm sure they will. I mean, they're all still alive, those people. They're all still going. I mean, I'm sure they will get the rifle tributes when they pass away. No question about that. Nice to hear from you, Poppycorn. I'm just going to grab myself a. Yeah, but Joe Hart, I saw Poppy play along with Lauren Best. It was spectacular stuff. Long sweeping passes. So unlike the bland shaven headed athletes play the tactical game. Okay, fair enough. Yogi Bear, Edgy said about Amy Winehouse, she wasted her gift with drinking drugs. I think of all the rock stars who died young, I think her death was the most predicted. Everyone expected her to die. Very, very sad. Very sad. Non-BI inspector. I want to die of old age, preferably upstairs on Soy 6. That sounds like a very, very good way to go. Simon Gutterson, the guy that shot John Lennon, later said he did it because he wanted to be famous. Bastard. I hope he never gets out of prison. Paul Hoskin. It was sad when John Holmes died. Didn't he have it? I heard that a rumor that he was threatened, wasn't he, by the establishment because he porked. Was it Princess Margaret? She was a bit of a goer, wasn't she, Princess Margaret? But I heard something like that. Yeah, I just put down. I was gonna grab myself another one of these things here. Bilbao Koso, Ed, when you take off for Thailand, will you go straight to Pattaya or are you staying in Bangkok? I'm actually, I'm going straight to Pattaya. I booked my hotels. I booked 2 hotels for the month of January. First one, 2 weeks. The second one, 2 and a bit weeks. So I've already booked the hotel straight to Pattaya. Let's see. Dave Didasha. Clint Eastwood is still making movies. He's a legend. Yeah, of course. Amazing. He's absolutely amazing. Popcorn, I just feel it's like the conveyor belt of life when someone we grew up with of our era passes. Just feels a sign of getting older. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I kind of felt that way when Michael Jackson died because, like I say, I think it was 11 years of age when I got, or maybe even 10 years of age when I got a Michael Jackson LP. That was the first LP that I was ever bought. And, when Michael Jackson died, it's amazing. And when you think, I mean, we've outlived Michael Jackson, Prince, John Lennon, Amy Winehouse. We've outlived all of those people. We're still here and there now. Seaside Freddy, Eddie, you need to take a case of the ginger soda with you. It wouldn't last 5 minutes. David Marchant, another predictable death like Amy was the great Keith Moon. Totally predictable. He's been a long time dead now, hasn't he? I think he was a little bit before my time, the Who. Okay, Wanderer 299, 2 of the Beatles still alive, not bad going. I'm strangely enough, the oldest one of the Beatles, I think, was Ringo. And Ringo was very, very ill when he was a kid. He was predicted that he wasn't going to live that much longer. He's still around, isn't he? Richie Rich. Everyone expected Pete Doherty to die young. Also, he changed his habits, given up drugs, and cleaned up his act. He's 44 now. Isn't he one of them? Is that the guy who ended up going with Kate Moss, the model, and has anyone actually heard the record? He's supposed to be a rock star, isn't he? Has anyone actually heard a song by this guy? I've never actually heard. People said, he's a rock star. Is he? I've never bloody heard of him. I mean, what songs does he sing? I've never heard a song by him. Smashed. Clint will just pull a Magnum 45 on the Grim Reaper when he eventually shows up and asks him, do you feel lucky, punk? Well, can I just pull you up on that one? Clint didn't use a 45. Clint, as Dirty Harry, used a Magnum 44 handgun, the most powerful handgun in the world, and could blow your head clean off. It was a Magnum 44 that Clint used. One of my favorite lines is from Dirty Harry is when is one of his less celebrated lines, but it's a wonderful one. When he is approached by some muggers in a tunnel, you say, "What's in the bag? What's in the bag, dude?" And they attack him, and he pulls out his Magnum 40. He tells them to get lost, and then he pulls out his Magnum 44, points at one of their faces, and says, "You don't listen, do you, asshole?" Jesus Christ! Haven't we all wanted to do that? Just point your bloody guns at someone and say, "You don't listen, do you, asshole?" Great line. Great line. I love Clint. Absolutely love him. Richard Stockdale. Sophie Loren deserves plenty of airtime when she goes. I mean, what can you say about Sophie Loren? So she's a beautiful, beautiful woman. A beautiful, beautiful woman and wonderful. John Mitch, I was watching Tommy Cooper on TV when he collapsed on stage, and I missed that. And I know, I also was a little bit overrated. He wasn't one of my favorite comedians. I mean, when I hear people praising Tommy Cooper, comic genius. I mean, I couldn't really see that personally, but a lot of people loved him. East End man, nice to hear from you. Nice to hear from you. Hard Tulip. Aren't you? Ed Jackson wasn't found guilty of anything. That family was trying to set him up. He had a dominating and abusive father. Yeah, okay, fine. We don't want to get into all of that. Dave the Dasher, Ozzy. Dave the Dasher, Ozzy Osbourne is still alive. There's hope for anything. Well, Keith Richards is still alive. Miracles do happen. Humongous Libertines, Eddie, they're a pretty good band. I've never heard any of this. I might have done, but I can't recognize any of their songs. I can, to Seaside Freddy, where's Dirty Harry when we need him? I know sometimes when bad things are happening, well, you think you need Dirty Harry to come along and sort all of these. He's not politically correct. Dirty Harry. Didn't he chase some guy, chase and beat up some guy in one of the movies, and then his superior said to him, "You beat up the suspect," and Clint's line was, "Suspect my ass." Or Clint even said it in Clint's tone, "Suspect my ass." That's what he said. That's not really very politically correct. Paul Hoskin, my head gets blown clean up by the bar girls. Which head are you talking about? Oh. Richie Rich. Yes, he dated Kate Moss. His poetry quite good. He's in the Libertines band, does solo stuff, Baby Shambles band. Yeah. I've never heard a song by him. I mean, the thing is, there's other bands that I've heard. There's lots of other bands out there that I've heard, but I've never heard one by him. Seaside Freddy, was it 5 rounds or 6? Do you feel lucky? Yeah, absolutely. Seaside Freddy wasn't. Well, weren't Johnny Depp and Kate Moss an item? Well, yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they were. I'm sure they were. But at least I know who Johnny Depp is. Smashed. I was only one out there. I'm claiming typo. Okay, fair enough. Humongous. Quite a few Libertine songs on In-Betweeners. You'll likely hear them. Don't Look Back Into the Sun is a good tune. Okay, I can't place that one. Yeah, Paul Oskin, if you could, would you want to live to 200, providing I didn't look 200 years old or physically feel 200 years old? Yeah, I wouldn't mind living 200 years old. But the way the bloody world's going, I mean, is it getting better or worse? I mean, I always thought, I was, when I was growing up, I always thought the year 2000 and the 21st century and all that was going to be the future where we're all going to have our own private spaceships, all this kind of stuff. And the biggest threat the world would face would be from aliens, Martians and all of that. If Martians come here to Earth now, took one look at us, they'd say, sod that, they're all bloody killing each other. What's the point of us doing it? Okay, Tommy Cuba got my wife a glove for Christmas. She said that's handy, genius. Okay, where are we? So nobody's phone. I don't know if my phone's working. I don't know if my phone is working. It doesn't seem to be working very well. We've been on for an hour and 15 minutes anyway. Craig Mitchum, the biggest threat is religion. I mean, religion's bloody evil. I mean, all those religious fruit. It breaks my heart when you're out of churches and and all that kind of stuff, heinous stuff and that goes on, in churches and all that kind of stuff. I mean, anyone who wants to join a church has got something wrong with them. Yeah, religious fruitcakes, the Bible and all that shite. Can't be bothered with any of that. Smashed. Can you think of any current celebrities today that will be remembered fondly 40 years from now? I can't even think of a modern celebrity. It would be remembered, any celebrity that would be remembered 40 years from now. They probably would be remembered. They probably would. If you know, today's celebrity, if they was to then to go on and do great things over the next 40 years, they probably would be remembered. They probably would be remembered. What's happening with this phone? Why isn't this phone working? Why isn't this phone working? Is there something wrong with it? Is there something wrong with it? Is there something wrong with the signal or something? It's worked before. It's worked before. I'll leave it there. See what happens anyway. See what happens. A current celebrity that will be remembered fondly 40 years. I don't know. Can you think of any? Who's going to be remembered in 40 years' time? God, no. Philip Schofield, perhaps. Would he be remembered in 40? A lot of today's celebrities will be probably really remembered for all the wrong reasons. Yogi Bear, Ed, to answer your question, just give credit where credit is due. Many die before their time. Yeah, very, very true. Very, very true. I mean, Bobby Charlton, absolutely legend. I'm not a football fan, but I do appreciate, he was a legend. Tudor Line, you're having a dinner party. You can invite 3 celebrities, dead or alive. Who would you invite? Well, it wouldn't be, a dinner party. Well, who would you invite? Who would you invite? I can't think. 3 celebrities. Would you really want to meet these people? Anyone? Is there any celebrities, dead or alive, you really want to meet? I can't actually think of any I'd actually want to meet, to be honest with you. I would. Tudor Line, you're having a dinner party. Invite 3 celebrities, dead. I would invite Clint. He probably wouldn't need me to invite him because he's probably got enough money. He wouldn't need. He wouldn't need to invite one. I'd invite celebrities who are not bombastic and who talk, for England or whatever. I think Clint would be a good person. Simply to say that you've met him. I'd invite Clint. I definitely would. Yeah. Citizen Mikey, Pamela Anderson. He'd invite Pamela Anderson. Lux would invite David Jason and Les Dawson. Okay. Spitz Energy. Michael Caine is a legend. Absolutely wonderful. I get a sneaky feeling. I've seen Michael Caine on interviews, and I think sometimes he can talk a little bit too much, but I'm sure he's a fascinating person. Oh, he's a legend. I love Michael Caine. Nice to hear from you. Anyway, I'll tell you what, we've got another question. How about this for a question? This is one that I just thought of. How about this? How about this for the question? What celebrity would you not invite for dinner? Because I can think of someone straight off who I bloody wouldn't invite. Definitely not. Matthew Carter, the biggest threat isn't religion. It's a society without meaning, purpose, or a sense of unity. Religion is very useful for that, especially when you're being invaded by another hostile religion, dingies. Okay, very, very well said, mate. And do you believe in spontaneous human combustion? Only when I eat baked beans. Okay. Yeah, Richard Stockdale, we make too much of climate change, politics, and wars on the news, Eddie, not celebrities dying. Okay. Seaside Freddy, David Lean's movies. David Lean made some great movies, absolutely. Paul Scott, good evening to you. Ernest Connell, I remember the celebrity Steady Eddie in 40 years. Oh, okay, that is nice. It will be nice to be remembered. Thank you, Ernest. Gemini Star, religion is the cause of all wars in the world. I wouldn't exactly say it's the cause of all wars. I don't believe the Falklands conflict was started through religion. I think it was just because they wanted the land. I think it was more oil, unless oil is a religion. Let's see. Okay. Seaside Freddy, Elvis Presley and Richard Nixon. There's a pair. Okay. One was rather more talented than the other. Chilo. Ed, when do we get autograph copies of your book when it's published? But Posh Spice, I do hear. Funnily enough, I've actually watched on Netflix. A bit of brain dead TV. The Beckham, the Beckham, series. And it's quite watchable. Netflix do some good biographies of people, but biopics of people. The Beckham documentary series. I've been watching that a couple of times. And that's pretty good. And I thought it was quite funny when Posh Spice said, the crowds are all cheering, and she likes it up the arse, and it's quite. I thought that was quite funny, that bit. But yeah, that's been quite wonderful. I think the Tyson Fury series that's on Netflix, that seems a little bit too scripted. That it's good, but it's kind of rehearsed. That it's more rehearsed. Yeah, Rent Boy. There's a Rent Boy in the house. Anyone's interested? I'm not. Yeah, Ernest Connell, Clint broke too many children and ex-wives. I don't believe he has not that many ex-wives. I don't believe he's broke. Clint's not broke. Yeah, I'm sure he's got loads of money. Yeah, Joe Hart, not so much religion. It's people's interpretation of religion. Okay, fair enough. Paul Scott, have you talked about the fact that the youth of today will probably have no idea who Elvis and other major celebs are in a few years? No, they will. They will have an idea. I mean, the thing about, legendary, celebrities like Elvis and, with social media and everything, they will always be remembered. Bobby Charlton will always be remembered. In many, many years to come, people will still remember the name of Bobby Charlton. They'll always remember Elvis. Even celebrities, even young people who are, who have never heard of them now, they will read about them eventually, and they will be aware of who they are. Definitely. Yeah, David Dasher, Elvis Presley, Pamela Anderson, and Hitler, so I can punch him in the face. So in other words, one that can sing to you, one you'd like to punch in the face, and one that can get her titties out. Oh, sounds good. Sounds like a lot. I'm coming around to your place for dinner. Super Adventures, Edward. What snack are you having late tonight? Well, it depends how I feel. I mean, but I bought about 50 tins of soup from my Asda delivery, about 50 tins. And somehow, some of the flavors of soup they didn't have. So I've ended up with about 16 tins of tomato soup. I like tomato soup, but I didn't want 16 tins of it. But also I've got like other soup. I like soup with toast. That's the perfect late night snack. Soup and toast, perfect. So could be chicken, mushroom, one of those Heinz big soups, could be tomato with toast. We'll see. Paul Loskin, Freddie Mercury, Prince, and Whitney Houston. We could have a sing-along. And they all died fairly young, didn't they? I mean, Prince was, I think, was about 50, wasn't he? But Freddie Mercury, 45. Whitney Houston, was she about 43? Very, very sad, very, very sad, I mean, they all dabbled in things they shouldn't have dabbled in. But even so, it's very, very sad, Yogi Bear, Ed, the new and last Michael Caine movie is really good. He's had a wonderful career. Amazing person, Michael. Great personality and wonderful actor. Okay, so anyway, the question, I've asked a question here. What celebrity would you not invite for dinner? I can think of one definitely straight off the top of my head. Okay. Wayne Ritchie says all politicians. That'd be good because they're all full of shite. Gemini star Boy George. Yeah, he's not a very nice person, is he? I don't like him. Matthew Cartwright, we can't say those names on here. Joe Hart says Madonna. He wouldn't invite me. I think she's vulgar. I never found her to be attractive, Madonna. They're probably very, very talented. Very, very talented. In her own way, and in Mark and what she done, quite amazing. But I always thought she was kind of a vulgar person. There, I don't like her. I don't like her. Paul Scott, he wouldn't invite Barry Manilow. How the devil, a terrible cabaret singer, got famous is beyond me. I mean, what I heard about Barry is a very, very strange looking character, Barry Manilow. Somebody once said, when all these famous people have plastic surgery and have their noses removed and all the other body parts removed, whatever happens to all those body parts that get thrown away? The answer is they all go to make Barry Manilow. Sounds about right. Traveler milkshake, mate. You still eat cheese, toast, or pork pies? I sometimes have toast with soup, but I haven't had pork pies or cheese for a long time. Even though I like both of those things, because trying to lose weight. Toby Price, Rod Hall and Emu, absolutely. Oh, that was one. It was a wonderful creation. Very, very talented, Rod Hall and Emu, definitely. Yeah. Citizen Mikey, I would only invite birds and have lots of lager. Sounds good. Booze and birds. Sounds good. Matthew Cartwright, I wouldn't invite Bracken. Well, that's a naughty comment there. Eason man, there are lots of people is also, and there's also okay, fair enough. Nice to hear from you, Eason man. Barat, skeletal spot. I seen a picture of her once, a black and white picture, and I thought it was the Bride of Frankenstein. Ernest Connell, when I see a toilet, I'm reminded of Elvis. Bilbo Kelso wouldn't invite Harry and Meghan. Oh, I think they bloody bore you, that pair. I don't think that'd be good. I don't think that'd be a good. I wouldn't invite them either. Seaside Freddie wouldn't invite Eddie Armin. Oh, okay, I wouldn't invite him. He's dead now, but not a very nice person. Gemini star Saddam Hussein and Colonel Gaddafi. Well, it goes to show though that those two people, the bad guys, don't always win out. I mean, they got their comeuppance in the long run. Hard chew. Ed, what meal do you find most difficult to make? Lasagna. I don't find that difficult to make because I get it for £1.65 out of the co-op, and it's lovely. Matthew Cartwright. Well, he was actually Austrian. He was born in Vienna, wasn't he? And I think he liked artwork. Joseph Darragh. Billy Connolly. You wouldn't invite Billy Connolly. You would not invite Billy. I mean, he's a legendary comedian. He's not one of my favorites. I think he's a little teensy weensy bit overrated. But I mean, some people, he's a legend. He's a legend, really. Yogi Bear, I would hate the fans with the thumbs at the party. Okay. Nom the Eye Inspector wouldn't invite Gary Little. Oh, I couldn't put up with him either. I couldn't put up with him. Yeah, Simon Goods and David Attenborough, he's seen everything. David Attenborough is, but don't forget, yeah, but he's a great presenter. He's probably had an amazing life. And, he's met all of those monkeys and gorillas and all that kind of stuff. But I think he'd be the first person to say that he's a member of a production crew. He tends to get all the credit for it. Nom the Eye Inspector. Madonna's still worth one at 60. Oh, I think she's vulgar. Vulgar woman. Okay, so I'll reveal. Yeah. Gemini Star Sporty Spices put on a bit of. I didn't like it. Didn't like it. Ben Fern K, nice to hear from you. Okay, so Tudor Line says you invite Laurel Leonardo. That would be good. That would be good. And the person who I would definitely not invite for dinner would be that a wonderful British actor called Brian Blessed. I mean, that guy, he was in a lot of great series. He's a really, really wonderful British actor. He was in I, Claudius, and he's been in a lot of a great character actor, terrific character actor. But in recent years, I've seen that guy on quite a lot of interviews, and oh my God, that guy just likes to talk about himself. He is so annoying. There's such a talented actor. The guy as soon as I see him on an interview, I have to switch it off. He is so bloody. He just likes to talk about himself, that man. I couldn't put up with him. Definitely not. Richard Stockdale. If James Corden turns up, I'm locking the front door as he walks through the garden path. I don't blame you. Nom the Eye Inspector. Ginger Spice has a good rack on it. Okay. Gemini Star, so David Attenborough even met the Queen. Yeah, but so did some. Yeah, but he's a good guy, David Attenborough. Some not so good people met the Queen as well, and even got a knighthood out of it. Let's see. Yogi Bear is the voice of many TV ads. Who was the voice of many TV ads? Let me see. I think I've missed a bit of this anyway. Okay. Hard Sheila, Prince Andrew. I wouldn't invite. I don't like that bastard. Okay. And Bazooki says he wouldn't want Philip's scope. Okay, so anyway, I've revealed who I wouldn't have. I mean, the most annoying person on interviews I've ever seen is that Brian Blessed. And I actually liked him as an actor, but Christ, he's so annoying. So anyway, I'm going to finish pretty soon. This has been a crap little live stream, but it's Monday night. I mean, what the hell else is happening? I've booked for my flight for January, New Year. I booked my hotel in Pattaya for the first month, and then after that, we've had a little chat. We've talked a little teensy-weensy bit about, banks, wires, money transfer. So I do thank you. I do thank you for those who are putting the effort in. The next live stream we're going to do will probably be on Friday on the main channel, when we'll talk more about travel info. And anyway, just a few last little things on the in the comments section. Let's see. Matthew Carey, Mr. Now then, jingles. Yeah, I'm at the Queen. Yeah, I know, he's a bastard. Okay. So anyway, apologies those of you who have been trying to get through on the phone. I don't know what's wrong with this. I'm just not getting the signal at all. But it would have been nice to have a couple of phone calls. But my phone here is just it's only the same phone as before. So I think it's I think it's just not happening. But anyway, I'm going to finish it anyway. We've had a nice little chat. The world is pretty dull right now. There's not a great deal to talk about, but we'll talk about travel on the next channel come the end of the week on Friday night at 9 o'clock UK time. So in the meantime, I'll say good night. Have a great week, and I'll see you on Friday. And have a great week. And yeah, okay, all of that kind of stuff. Cheers, guys. Thanks for coming along.